Hello, Earth signs. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine, and this is your weekly reading for July 20th to the 27th. This reading is for Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross watchers are welcome. We're going to be looking into the energy for the mind, body, spirit, and relationships for this week and closing the reading off with a message from the universe. Timestamps for each sign are below in the description box, as well as links to my website, Facebook, and Instagram, where you can inquire about personal readings, or if you follow me on Instagram, I do provide free readings occasionally on IGTV as well. All the cards I'm going to be using are listed below, and for any of those who have asked about the orgonites that you do see in my videos, they are all made by myself, and you can receive more information about them by messaging me on any of the sites that I've listed. Please remember that these are free general readings and they may not resonate with everyone. And the first sign we're going to be looking into today is Capricorn. Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading for July 20th to the 27th. This is going to be for the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, and a closing card from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone. So remember to take a look into your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs as well. All right. So we're looking into for Capricorn for this upcoming week. Energies for Capricorn. All right. Mind. We have the Five of Pentacles. Body. We have the Fool. For spirit, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. So, okay, Capricorn, what I'm getting right away is it feels as though you need to go back to somehow within yourself this week to this energy of this Queen of Coins. All right. This is a very earth sign. This is that sign that is, representing you, representing those earth. I feel like there's been something that hasn't, it almost feels like something hasn't been sitting right with you. That's the first thing I get. Now, this could be within your own energy. Okay, it almost feels like your mind, it feels like there is something that has been weighing on you with this Five of Pentacles energy, but yet at the same degree, you know what I'm getting here? I feel like you've been striving towards reaching this Queen of Pentacles energy again. It feels like you've been trying to work towards bringing in this Queen of Pentacles. You may have been stuck in a place, I feel, within your mind that you weren't really seeing the light towards something. There's a bit of, feeling deprived here. It might be within yourself, could be relationships, it could be career. I am getting this might be a work thing. To some degree, maybe you're not seeing all the positives towards a situation at this point. You might be feeling a little bit held back, a little bit restrained. Again, not seeing the actual positives towards a situation mentally. And it feels like you've been really working towards reaching this grounded energy, this healing energy. I feel like there's healing energy coming towards your situation. What I'm also getting here is that externally, though, there's this feeling of wanting something new. Okay, now this doesn't mean particularly, although that could resonate with some, it could be that feeling of wanting to move forward somehow within your career, wanting to expand your career in some point. You might be thinking of ideas, you might be putting new thoughts or new energy towards somehow increasing your either your own business or your own job, maybe the opportunities towards some sort of job. What I'm also getting for some of you is that you are also now in this Queen of Pentacles energy. It may have been also is that you're moving out of this mindset of this depravity, like feeling deprived within your mind. I feel like for some of you, this has been the last week or so has been very positive towards something new. Okay, is what I'm getting. It feels like there's a new energy, a new excitement that's coming through, a new adventure. It feels like even though you were in that state of mind where you were feeling that things weren't completely coming to fruition, they are now starting to form, and you're now in this Queen of Pentacles energy. So let's get some clarifying cards to see what the universe has to say in regards to this, because I do feel what I'm feeling for a good portion of the Capricorns at this particular moment is I'm really feeling a lot of strength there. I'm feeling a lot of healing that has been going on. There might be still some sort of mindset that could be left over, like remnants of the past left over that are in that Five of Pentacles energy, that feeling of, feeling deprived or not seeing things for as they truly are. Maybe, just needing to look at them from a different perspective. But I am feeling that for the most part, you're really moving towards this strength and feeling grounded and rooted within something new. And again, this could be a new position. It could be a new job. It could be a new movement towards creating something that you've had in your mind for a while. And maybe you weren't really seeing how you could have it created, but you're now taking those steps forward, and you're feeling that strength coming in from this healing energy. So it says here, dream and journey. Yeah, because again, with that Fool, for me, it almost feels like you're putting some sort of dreams, like you're creating some sort of dreams. You're creating those dreams that you had. And I'm also getting here that you are enjoying the journey. You really realizing that in order to reach that Queen of Pentacles energy, it might take some time to actually get to where it is, but you're recognizing the fact that you're, I just keep feeling rooted. You're rooted into something that is going to be very positive for you. Like you've put your roots in and you're allowing it to grow now. That's what I keep getting. See beyond the current situation. And again, with that Five of Pentacles, there could be some sort of remnants, or you could, for some of you, you could be in that state of that Five of Pentacles, and it's time to see it from a different perspective and start putting your roots toward what it is that you're trying to create. We're also getting here the Traveler, move in a new direction. So again, I feel like for some of you, it is saying here, move in a new direction, like create what it is that you want to create in order to feel rooted and planted, and to feel that sense of abundance and healing that is going to come through. But I feel like a good majority of you are in this energy where you have already done this as well. You're really you've planted those roots, you're starting to move forward now. You're moving in a new direction. I feel for some of you, you literally changed, maybe not jobs, but maybe places of work. And you're really seeing the positive benefits of that at this point. Track down your fears and desires for the Fool. So in order to move forward, we do need to sometimes delve into what it is that was holding us back and bring it forward. Bring it forward in order to release it, but also take a look more at our desires and what it is that we want to create. Again, I'm feeling there's some sort of abundance and healing and nurturing towards a situation that will really help create this new adventure, give you that new leap of faith. Okay, is what I'm receiving. Be brave and honest. And we've got hold the space, which I find interesting. So I feel like with this as well, what I'm getting with this hold the space, for some of you, you might not feel ready to make that move forward yet. You might feel like you're sort of stuck in some sort of situation. You're not seeing another perspective of the situation. But what I'm getting here is don't let that hold you back. I feel that you need to put that strength behind it. Even if you can't physically at this point make that move forward towards feeling, rooted and grounded, and that, again, that healing and abundant energy, what I'm getting here is at least start holding the space towards it this week. Start creating, start trying to manifest what it is that you are reaching for, okay? Instead of sitting there in this Five of Pentacles energy, start actually making those movements forward is what I'm receiving. Let's look at the Queen of Coins. So we've got the She-Wolf. Unleash that wild within. So even if you can't physically make that move at this point in time, release the energy from your mind space in order to really put that energy towards what it is that you want to create. When I see this, unleash the wild within, it's like allowing your imagination to really form something which will create the solid basis behind something, okay? Sometimes we get stuck in that place where we lower our dreams because we're not seeing the actual perspective. Sometimes we look at things, if I could just do this, and we only allow a small step. We're only allowing a small step to move forward instead of the whole big picture. And when I see this, it's almost like unleash it all. Don't be scared. Don't hold back. Be brave. Okay, take that step forward. Really track down your fears and desires and go take your desires and howl. Just go with it. Sometimes we think we get caught in this place of, I don't know if I can create that. I don't know if I'm worthy. I don't know this. I don't know that. And it's saying put all of those aside and really unleash this week. Release towards what it is that you want. It's also saying enjoy the growth and reap the benefits. So it's interesting because we do have this Empress energy, and I just kept feeling abundance. And for me, when I see this Empress energy along with this Queen of Pentacles, it's such a strong, I just keep feeling abundance. It's like create, unleash all of your wishes. Unleash them all. Howl them to the moon. Howl them to the universe. Really create what it is that you want to create and allow this abundance to grow. Reap the rewards of that. Don't hold yourself back. Don't stay in this state of being deprived within your mind. Take that leap. Move forward. Even if you can't see how it would be created or how you could come up with it or how it could be manifested, that's not what you want to focus on. You want to focus on the actual result as opposed to the creation of the result. Unleash that result of what it is that you want and allow the universe to take care of the rest of it. Allow the universe to manifest it for you. And then we're getting winter, taking care of your own needs. So what I'm getting is that for some of you, in order to reach the state of abundance, you also need to, if you've been giving out more energy towards something that wasn't within your best benefit, or maybe you've been giving more energy towards a situation, it could also be time to really do some nourishing and healing for yourself. For some of you, it might be also talking about seeing the results coming around the winter time. Okay, so just because you're not going to see the results immediately, it doesn't mean that they're not being created. And that's what we have to remember. Sometimes a manifestation takes a little bit of time to reach its full bloom, to reach its full harvest, is what I'm getting. So you will see the results coming through. Hold the space for it. Hold the space for what it is that you're ready to create and start creating it. And remember that the manifestation is being created. Okay? And you may not see the results until winter, but that doesn't mean to stall yourself. by not creating them. Especially if we do have a desire that we are holding ourselves back at. Okay? When we release those fears, and allow those desires to come through, as it's saying, really go for what it is that you're truly desiring. But with the understanding that sometimes it can take some time to manifest. But that doesn't mean to hold yourself back on it either. Just create it. Okay? That's what I'm getting for mind, body, and spirit for this week. I feel like a very strong week for you, simply because you're finally setting down exactly what it is that you want to bring into reality for this week for you. I feel like, again, for some of you, you may have already been in that energy of that abundance. And maybe there's something that you're desiring as the next step. So it's time to take that and also enjoy the rewards, enjoy your work of creating that. Enjoy the manifestation of what it is that you've created. And remember that you don't need to stop there, that you can still create more. Really look into the future and see what it is, where it is that you want to be. So especially, if you're, let's say you're an artist or something like that, or let's say you have a business of some sort and you're happy because of what it is that you've created, what you've manifested is now in reality. It doesn't mean to stop. It just means take it now to the next level. Start dreaming about what it is that you can start seeing yourself with in the future. What you can bring from that 5D realm into that 3D realm. Okay? Really shoot for the stars is what I keep hearing. Shoot for the stars this week. Really start putting that energy towards that complete abundance. And maybe the manifestation will take until the winter, but at the same time, start putting that energy towards it. All right, so let's look into relationships for Capricorn for July 20th to the 27th. All right, Capricorn, reach out. Interesting, okay? Embrace. When I see this, this is very much like the World card. This is the completion card for me, ending of cycles. It feels like. And then we've got control. Interesting. Okay. I feel like for some of you, there may have been some sort of sense of control within a relationship. This could be you, it could be somebody else, it could be just your thoughts, because I am feeling like this is more of a mental card as opposed to an actual physical card is what I'm receiving. I'm getting here with embrace. It almost feels like you're breaking a cycle of something within your mind. I'm actually really feeling here too that, now remember, with relationships, this doesn't need to be romantic, although it could be. This could be within family, friends, co-workers, take it as it resonates. But I'm feeling some sort of movement forward, some sort of releasing of a situation in order to bring the next level of result. For me, this looks like levels. And this reaching out, it feels like you may have been stuck in some sort of situation where you felt that you needed some control over it, or maybe you felt like you were losing some sort of control. But I'm going to be honest, I feel like this is more within you, Capricorn, than it is another person. I feel like this could be you towards maybe a situation. I feel like this is going to be some sort of conclusion, some sort of ending of a cycle within a relationship. And it feels like you may have to reach out towards somebody or something in order to reach that conclusion. Okay, now when I talk about conclusion, that doesn't mean the end of a relationship. I'm at, like I said, I'm actually seeing different levels here. So what I'm really feeling is that by reaching out towards the situation, now it doesn't need to be on a physical level. This could be within your own energy reaching out. But what I'm seeing is that this could elevate a situation to new levels by embracing and ending some sort of feeling of control. You might feel like you have to control a situation, or maybe you feel like you are being controlled. But again, I do feel like this could be more within your mind than it is somebody else's. But I'm getting here that there needs to be, again, reaching out doesn't need to be, again, like on a physical level. It's putting that energy towards something. It's releasing that control about how you feel a situation should be. You might be so set in your mind about how it is that you're seeing a relationship in some manner that it's actually saying to you here, break that cycle. You don't need to be in control all the time. Sometimes the universe will take control and maybe bring a better conclusion to something than you can even create. Okay, that reaching out with that energy, again, I feel it very it's almost like on a spiritual level. So for some of you, you may be wanting to reach out, or you may feel that urge to reach out in order to help and break a cycle of some sort. But for those of you that are like, well, I don't know who she wants me to reach out to, it feels like reaching out towards the universe to bring in what it is that you want. Stop trying to control a situation. Allow the universe to form a situation. And I feel like, especially with that abundance, those abundance cards that we had coming in, those nurturing, sometimes when we get lost into a sense of control or trying to control a situation, what we're not doing is we're not allowing the universe to really form. And again, we had that she-wolf where she was creating what it is that she desires. And that's good. Create that desire. Create that sense of what it is that you're trying to form within your relationship, or a possible relationship or future relationship. But let go of the control behind it. Okay, let go of the control and just give it to the universe. Reach out is what it's saying. Send that love out towards the universe in order for it to be manifested. So let's take a look at some cards. Yeah, we've got that Nine of Wands coming through. There may be literally a situation where we have the Four of Swords, where there was silence within the relationship. Maybe there was some sort of argument or some sort of need of control over a situation. And again, this could be you, it could be from somebody else. There could have been a rest. But I'm getting here that if it was you that took some time away or has been putting up some walls around a particular relationship, it's time to reach out and really have some sort of honest communication. It feels like there's, again, putting love towards a situation. I really feel like ending of cycles. Okay, it feels like there's something that's being repeated here over and over and over again. And this could be within a particular relationship. It could be in all sorts of past relationships, whatever it is. It could be just within your energy. But I feel like for many of you, it feels like there needs to be some sort of new movement. Okay, we're also getting the Two of Pentacles. So again, I feel like a lot of repeated, it feels like juggling back and forth. A lot of repeated energy is what I keep getting. For me, even though the Two of Coins doesn't particularly relate to this, what I'm getting is when I'm looking at this card, I'm literally feeling like a lot of repeated actions. Okay, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and having to do with some sort of sense of control, which does put up those blocks, and it can cause people to step back and step away from each other instead of stepping forward and really reaching out and raising the vibration to a higher level. So we've got that King of Cups coming through, our Knight of Cups. So I do feel like it's funny because I feel like for, we have that reach out, and the Knight of Cups really talks about an offer of love of some sort. And I feel like this could be you, it could be the other person, but I feel like there needs to be some sort of offer towards, I do feel like it may have to do with you. You have to reach out. Now again, take it as it resonates. I'm not saying go jump on the phone, especially if this person is like, whoa, what are you doing? Right? But allow, what I'm getting here is, if it's you that has had this sort of sense of control of wanting a situation in a particular way, it might be you that has to reach out in order to heal the energy of this situation. We've also got that Page of Coins. So I feel like some sort of new development is coming. We've also got the Ace of Coins, which is beautiful. I feel like through this, changing that energy towards this situation, and again, reaching out, this could be on a spiritual level, it could be on a physical level. I feel like that will bring more grounding towards this relationship, or if you're single, a possible relationship. Because sometimes if we're, when we're single, we may be wanting that partner, and we may be repeating patterns which aren't bringing us the results of what it is that we truly want. And that's where, that she-wolf comes in, and really looking at your fears and desires in order to release those. Because sometimes if we are full of fear, we want to move things forward faster than they're ready to be brought to fruition. But it is saying release this at this point in time. Release that control. We've got the Chariot. So really make some decisions. I feel like some movement forward, but I feel like it's also time to really make some decisions about where it is that you want to be. And we've got the Tower. I feel like for some of you, and the Sun, there's some sort of unexpected change coming through. Now, I don't feel like this being a negative change. I actually feel like this could be sudden. So for some of you, if you're waiting for somebody to reach out, this could be the week that they do so, simply because of this Tower coming through. And it could be very unexpected. It could be very like, where did this come from? I'm feeling for some of you, it could be from the past. But what I'm also getting here is that reaching out and bringing that offer to somebody, like lowering your shields a little bit, lowering your defenses, maybe embracing releasing control is what I'm trying to say. Releasing control of that situation brings about that new unexpected energy, leading you to this happiness, this success that you've been striving for within that relationship. That's what I keep getting. And it's interesting because even when I'm looking at this card here, when we're looking at the control, for me, it almost looks like, even though it's not the Sun card, it almost represents, you can almost see those rays behind it. Like, it feels like there is some sort of releasing of control towards a situation, allowing that situation to manifest to a more positive, grounded energy. That nurturing and healing energy is what I feel coming through. So what I'm really getting this week, Capricorn, is if you are trying to control a situation in some way, I do feel that there needs to be that release of that energy. You may need to bring down some walls that have been built up around you. You need to release that sense of control, and you may need to actually reach out to this person in some way and let them, have that honest and open discussion, because we had that card coming through, be brave and be honest. All right. And I feel like there needs to be some sort of rapport between the two of you. Maybe it's also listening. Sometimes, we might think that we're listening, but we're not really hearing what they have to say. Okay. And this is what I'm also receiving as well. I feel like this is going to be a very I want to say eye-opening week. And it's interesting because I'm looking at these eyes as well. I feel like it's going to be an eye-opening week for you in a very positive way. It's like you're really allowing some of the blockages that you may have had towards relationships to really be released, and looking at yourself in a different perspective and kind of going, okay, I can see where, you know, this person might have some walls up, or maybe I put some walls up towards a situation, or maybe this is a new way that I need to approach relationships, especially if you're single, or maybe this is a way that, you know, these are patterns that I've repeated that I could see I need to release. Especially with this World card coming through, I need to release them. I need to complete those cycles in order to achieve that pure success that it is that I'm striving towards. I want to have that nurturing and grounded energy. I want to have a rooted and grounded relationship. I want to be able to embrace that, is what I'm getting. But there might need to be some work and some real eye-opening revelations that come within yourself in order to take that step forward. So I truly hope that that has helped, Capricorn. We're going to get a closing message from the universe and see what the universe has to say for this upcoming week. So this is for Capricorn for July 20th to the 27th. Messages from the universe for Capricorn for this upcoming week. Right away, I feel like this one. No need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. You know, it's interesting because the first thing I felt when I saw this is a sense of control. Sometimes we try to control things because we do have a sense of fear. And remember that one card that came through, we had release your fears. You know, time to hunt down your fears, time to hunt down your desires. Sometimes we put a sense of control, or we try to control a situation because there is fear within it. And I feel like there's, you know, this card is reminding you, you don't need to fear things. You don't need to have always that sense of control. It's time to release that, in order to have things that are more balanced. In order to bring in our desires, we can release our actual fears, is what I'm getting here. Remember how powerful you are. Power isn't about control. Power is about the loss of control, right? When we are so strong within ourselves, we don't need to control things, right? Because there is no fear. We have no fear within that. We have no fear within ourselves. And that might be something that you really need to take a look at during the course of this week. So we also have trust in the unknown. Yeah, again, you know, sometimes we try to put control into something because we don't know the outcome. So we try to control the outcome. We try to put, you know, we try to put up blocks and barriers, or maybe we're trying to have that, again, that control of something, because we're not allowing ourselves to have that trust in the unknown. It's almost like not putting trust into the universe. So what we need to do is release that in order to receive that abundance that it is that we're desiring. Move beyond ancestral patterns. So for some of you, this could be something literally that you grew up with, or that you saw during your childhood. This actually could be. Now, here's the interesting thing. I do feel that for some of you, this definitely could do with ancestral patterns of some sort. You may have seen your parents, again, you might have seen somebody within a relationship, family, friends around you, whatever it is, trying to control something. But I'm also really getting ancestral patterns has to almost do with modern age to some degree. I know that sounds weird because it's ancestral, but this could be either past life issues that are sort of coming up, or issues from the past that you need to release. Maybe you felt a loss of control in younger years, and this is your way of controlling a situation okay, is by continuing those patterns now. But I'm also feeling, for some reason, this might resonate with some of you, it almost feels modern day, where people around you, because the world is sort of in a little bit of chaos right now, we are feeling sort of lost and all over the place. And we really don't have a lot of control over the next step, even though we do, but we don't. Media and everything else is sort of putting this loss of control into us. And I feel like we need to sort of move past that and trust your instincts. And what I'm getting here, even though I know that it doesn't really fit with the card, but this is what I'm receiving in regards to the card. It does feel like don't let other people's patterns or other people's behaviors or other people's words really influence you at this moment, because I do feel you need to trust in the unknown, and you don't need to put control over it right now. Just sort of let yourself flow with that abundance and that healing energy. Okay, I feel like you becoming more grounded and more rooted, and maybe perhaps in some way being a leader of some sort coming into the upcoming sort of future. But I'm also getting here that, moving past of what it is that you're seeing. Because for me, even as I'm looking at this, it almost looks to me like chaos in the background of this guy, and he's calm, and it just feels like stay within your own element, stay within your own grace, stay within your own grounded pattern. You don't need to have control over the situation. Just remember where it is that you're headed for. Really form, with that she-wolf, really create your own desires at this point and move forward towards those. Focus on those instead of trying to control the things that are going on around you at this moment. So I truly hope that that has helped, Capricorn. If you found that this video resonated with you, please click like, please share my video, and please subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate it. Have a wonderful week and many blessings. Thank you. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to my channel. And this is going to be your mind, body, and spirit reading for the week of July 20th to the 27th. We're going to be looking into mind, body, spirit, as well as relationships, and a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone. Please also check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So let's begin by looking into for Virgo. All right. Virgo, mental state, the Ace of Cups. Love it. Physical body, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And for spirit, we have the Death card, transformation. This is a really powerful week, I feel, for you, Virgo. I feel like your mental state has been cleared from last week. I feel like last week there was a lot of letting go for you. There was a lot of transformation there, that we had that Ten of Swords energy that was coming through. Some sort of loss, some sort of feeling of defeat, some sort of feeling of sadness that was coming through. I'm really getting here that your mental state is really encompassing this welcoming of love at this point. Now, this doesn't need to be romantic love, although it can, but I do feel like you're starting to expand that heart energy out. You're starting to feel stronger within yourself. You're really starting to make those moves forward. You might be thinking about things that you're wanting to transform within your life. I feel a lot of transition. So we've got this Death card coming through, this transitioning, and it feels like this week is a very transitioning week. It's a very strong, way better energy than we had last week. It feels like you're accepting things for as they were. You were accepting things for as they are. And you're ready to now move forward. And it feels like you did a lot of releasing within your mind, body, and spirit in order to create this beautiful transformation of going into the future is what I'm getting. So we're going to have some clarifying cards looking into this. I really feel like for some of you, again, this could be in regards to relationships, but it also could be just within your own space, your own elements at this point in time. All right, let's get some clarifying cards for Virgo for this upcoming week. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. So we've got that Knight, be brave and be honest. So it feels like not only did you transform your own feelings, it feels like there was things that you accepted. It could be that you accepted within yourself. It could be accepted within the circumstances or maybe another person in some way. But what I'm really receiving here is that it took a lot of strength to move you forward, but you allowed that release to happen is what I'm getting. We're also having the Sage come through, be devoted and committed. So it feels like devoted and committed. I feel like for some of you within a relationship, it is time now to be honest, to be devoted and committed towards what it is that you wish to receive. Okay. I feel like I almost hear the words playtime's over. It's time to get serious. This could have to do with career. It could have to do with other circumstances, but it feels like now's the time to really start pushing forward towards this transformation. It also says to drop your shields. So if you were sort of stuck in an energy of that, again, that Ten of Swords, and that Ten of Swords, where you were feeling at a loss, you were feeling like this depression, you were feeling stuck. It's time to drop that and remove yourself from that energy and start moving towards what it is that you wish to come through in the near future. Okay, and with this Eight of Swords or Eight of Wands energy, it feels like as soon as you start really putting the intention towards what it is you're trying to create, the creation starts to come through. Okay, it's going to be fast moving is what I'm getting, or at least a fast moving within your energy. It also says here, track down your fears and desires. This is coming through for so many of the signs right now. And I feel like, especially because we've got a new moon tonight, I feel like this is the time to really release these energies out into the universe. Release what it is that you're fearing. Release your desires. Allow your desires to be transformed this week, especially with this Death card. I feel like it's time to really start setting those goals. We've also got the Hermit, retreat and recharge. So for some of you, I do feel that you went into a state of retreating and recharging in order to release that Ten of Swords energy from last week. But at the same time, this might be the perfect time to also retreat within yourself in order to take a look at what it is that you are desiring, releasing what it is to release in order to drop that shield. Sometimes we need to really go into ourselves. We really need to recharge our energy. I keep feeling, again, some sort of like playtime is over. That's the word that I keep hearing. I don't know what that resonates within you, but it's time to start taking things on a more serious note and really transforming it. But at the same time, allowing this Ace of Cups energy to come forward. So this is all about love, unconditional love, whether towards you or towards a situation. Allow it to expand out in order to create your desires, release those desires as well. We have trust your instincts. So I feel like for some of you, this retreat, going into yourself is also looking into, the interesting thing is sometimes because I keep hearing those words like playtime is over, sometimes we get distracted with things because we're not seeing the results of them. And we sort of put ourselves into an energy where we're not trusting ourselves. We might be looking at external circumstances and not seeing what it is that we want we want at that moment. Maybe it's not being created at that moment, and it's saying really go into yourself and trust your instincts within this. We're also getting the water guardian, so connect with your emotions. And again, we have this Ace of Cups coming through along with this water guardian. So really sit there and take that time, go into yourself this week, retreat, recharge, really look into what it is that you want to manifest, okay? Be devoted and committed to it. Really focus in on your emotions. What is making you happy? What is it that you no longer need? What is it that you can release within yourself? Those fears and desires again comes through. We've also got the ego. So it see things from a higher perspective. Again, just because something's not being created or manifested at this point in time, sometimes we need to take a look at the higher perspective of it. Sometimes we need to track down our fears. Sometimes we need to really release them, transform them, and seeing them from a higher perspective. Again, what is happening sometimes in the 3D realm isn't the true reality of what is being created or manifested from below. All right. I am also hearing, as above, so below. So what is within you needs to be released in order to create that manifestation from above, is what I'm also getting. See things from a higher perspective instead of staying in a stuck 3D realm. And especially when it comes to relationships, if somebody's in sort of a place where they have to do their own transforming or their releasing of their own fears in order to step forward within a relationship, sometimes we need to see that from a higher perspective instead of staying stuck in the, well, I'm not seeing this, so, screw them, or whatever it is. But maybe it's time to take a look at something from a different perspective. Really look into your emotions, connect with them at this point in time. What are your emotions saying? What is your heart saying? Okay, what is it that when you go within yourself, what are the words that you're actually hearing instead of, again, receiving just the information on this 3D plane? We're also getting autumn, release the old and rest. So for me, when I see that autumn card, right away, what I'm receiving here is that it may take a little while before the manifestation actually comes to fruition. But what I'm getting here is that doing this releasing, now it's almost autumn. We have to remember that. So, some people might look at that depending on where you are in the time zones. Some people might look at that, but, here in North America, it's almost autumn. So, for us, really, this is so quick. We've got that Eight of Swords. This is like August. What I'm feeling here is August. We've got this 8th month coming through. It feels like there's some sort of manifestation that it might be being created for the month of August, is what I'm getting. All right. But we have to release that old and allow that new to come in. All right. We have to really look into our emotions. We have to really look into our fears. Okay, we have to really trust our instincts at this point in time and drop these shields, because when we have this playtime, that's what I kept hearing. It's, like playtime is over. That is such a, it's such a low energy. Like, we want to rise that up. We want to, throughout this week, really work on allowing ourselves to drop those shields, because just because somebody isn't interacting with us the way that we want them to interact, maybe we're not seeing what it is that we desire from them at this moment in time. We tend to put up our shields, we tend to block them off, we tend to shut them down, and we're not seeing that next step that is from a higher perspective. Okay, but I'm really receiving August for some of you. So really start connecting with your emotions. Allow that transformation to come through on a higher level. really look into what it is that you're desiring. Allow that heart energy to really expand out and to release into the world is what I'm receiving. Okay? When we allow that cup to overflow with our emotions, connect to our emotions, and really send that feeling of unconditional love out into the world, we're allowing ourselves to also receive that love. When we have our shields up, we can't receive anything. Okay? Basically, all we're doing is we're blocking the energy. So it's time to drop that. Time to drop that and connect and expand is what I'm getting. So let's take a look at relationships for this upcoming week for you, Virgo. Let's see what is coming through in regards to relationships for the upcoming week for Virgo. Oops, for July 20th to the 27th. All right. I feel like this one. Well-deserved reward. Really interesting. I actually like that. Okay. We also have the dedicated effort. So there's effort going towards something. I feel like the effort that you're putting towards a relationship. Now remember, this doesn't need to be romantic. This can be friends, family, co-workers. Take it as it resonates within you. And it also says movement. So putting that, I mean, this is, you know, it's funny. It almost feels like this has just been played out in like a story here. It says putting that dedicated effort will bring you that well-deserved reward within relationships is what I'm getting here. I feel like, and it, look at this, we've actually got 7, 8, 9 too. Like, for me, when I'm looking at this, that's what it reads out. It, for me, as I'm looking, it really says putting that dedication, that effort brings that well-deserved reward of movement within the situation. It brings that love that you've been striving for. It's bringing you that love that you are reaching toward. This is what I'm receiving. I love this. Again, we need to start putting that effort towards it. It doesn't need to be on an actual physical level, especially if you're single at this point, but it is saying that putting that dedicated effort towards what it is that you want to receive will bring about that well-deserved reward. Okay, so, you know, especially if you're in a place where you don't know if there's somebody around, maybe you don't have a person of interest at this point, you could be waiting for somebody to come forward. If there is a person of interest, it could even be within a current relationship. We have to remember that the effort that we put in, and this doesn't mean always on a physical level, okay? Just because you're putting a lot of physical effort into somebody, you know, that might not always be the reward. What it is that opening up that heart energy, really changing the energy within a situation, or maybe looking forward to the future of what it is that you want to receive. Really start putting that effort towards it. Expand that heart energy out like we had with that Ace of Cups energy. Really expand that out and really form what it is that you want to bring towards you, because that effort is going to bring that movement. It is going to bring through that relationship for you at this particular point in time. That's what I keep getting. So let's get some clarifying cards in regards to relationships for Virgo. Yeah, the 8 of Swords. So get yourself out of that stuck energy, because that is what is going to make that movement happen. When we're stuck in that energy of not seeing or not allowing ourselves, even on a spiritual level, it's hard to make that wheel turn. It's hard to change, you know, that energy. We really have to do it. And it's interesting because we've got, you know, that movement, but we've also got this wheel. For me, it almost feels like the movement of your effort creates the wheel to turn to create this love that you are seeking. We've also got the Six of Wands. Yeah, the success. So that is what is going to help bring success towards a relationship at this point. Look at this. We've also got the Lovers card coming through. You know, I love the way, you know, that the cards can come out like that, because for me, you know, this is exactly what it's saying. This is what you're striving for, is this lovers, you know, this unconditional love, like this soulmate type of twin flame relationship. But you need to put that effort towards it as well. We have the Eight of Coins. Again, dedicated effort. Okay, dedicated effort is coming through. It's reminding you. I love it. And we have that Queen of Wands. Stand in your own strength right now. This is the Queen of Wands. She's very strong. She has her own confidence. She is, I always sort of look at the Queen of Wands as like the epiphany of what somebody desires within themselves, or what a partner desires within somebody. You know, it's that strong confidence, that's that strength, that security. Just, you know, they're so within their own realm that they're not sitting there worried about the outer circumstances. They just know what it is that they want, and they move forward towards it. That's what I feel with that Queen of Wands coming through. We also have that Eight of Cups. Yeah, letting go, because we have to let go of what is holding us back in order to move it forward. All right, that dedicated effort. We've got 3 of these 8s coming through here. The dedicated effort is going to move you past what is holding you at this moment, this fear. Okay, and remember, when the Eight of Swords comes in, this is perceived energy. This is perceived energy. It's not always reality. Okay, it's holding ourselves back within our own mind. The Eight of Swords is very much the mental awareness, the mental state of ourselves. And so it's really just us that is holding us back. Make that decision to move forward and move past it. Put that dedicated effort into it in order to create what it is that you want to create, in order to get to the strong confidence, that success within the Lovers. And we've got the Two of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, I feel like for some of you, when I see the Two of Swords at times, sometimes for me it's like caught between the head and the heart. Okay, and it really plays through with this Eight of Swords energy. All right, it really plays through because we also have that Eight of Cups. And when we're stuck in that mental state, you know, it does trap us. When we remove that blindfold, allow ourselves to put that dedicated effort, opening up our heart energy, we really, it's almost like that blindfold is being removed. We're starting to see clearer. We're starting to see the truth behind situations. We're starting to see the truth within ourselves. Instead of, again, looking at something on a 3D realm, we can start looking at it in that 5D realm and really bringing something forward. And I feel like this is going to be the week where you're releasing a lot of things in order to make that dedicated movement forward. And again, we had, you know, that Autumn card coming through. So I feel like this effort, and look at this, we actually even had the Eight of Wands coming through. So the sooner that you release this energy, the sooner that you put that dedicated effort towards it, the sooner that this energy can start moving forward. When we're releasing from the past, we're now moving forward into that new energy. And we also had that autumn card come through. So I feel like the work that you're doing now is going to bring about those well-deserved rewards coming in through within the autumn, within, and look at all of these eights. Like for me, that says like August in some manner. I feel like this is going to move it forward. This is going to be that change, but you do have to drop those shields. You really start having to look. You have to look at things from that different perspective and allow your heart energy to overfill. Allow it to move forward in an unconditional way. Okay? Just because you're not seeing what it is that you're thinking that you deserve or that you want or whatever it is that you have in your mind at this particular moment doesn't mean that it's not being created. We have to have that faith and that trust that it is being formed for us at this time. So let's take a look now. Let's close it off with a message from the universe for you. So Virgo, this is a message from the universe for you for this week ahead. Okay. Message for Virgo for July 20th to the 27th. Impossible things, working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, and a fresh perspective. Exactly. I I love it when the cards, really confirm the rest of the reading, especially the cards from the universe that come through for me. And again, working through that disbelief, working through what is holding us back, working through just seeing things on that 3D realm. Okay, let's get some clarifying cards, but I don't think that can be really any clearer than what it's saying. Is it's up to you to work through the disbelief. You can't expect others to do it for you. All right. Somebody might be in a position or a place where they're not ready or they're not able to take that 100% step forward, or maybe a situation isn't quite ready to be presented in this 3D realm at this point in time. But it is up to you to take a look and make that movement forward through your own dedication, through your own effort, through your own energy, in order to create the impossible to the possible and to the solid, and to bring it through right here and the right now. All right, so let's get some clarifying cards. The Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. Again, I still keep feeling like there has something to do, with the fall. It could have to do, the sun. It feels like, for me, it feels like the effort that you do right now is going to bring about some sort of success coming through in the fall. It's going from the impossible to the possible quickly. And we've also got exchange energy to create abundance. And exactly that, exactly what we were just talking about. You need to have that Ace of Cups energy, that unconditional love. Start spreading it. You need to, in order to receive abundance, we have to exchange the energy of abundance towards a situation. Allow an issue, allow a person, whatever it is, to fully feel on a spiritual level that sense of unconditional love and abundance in order to bring it forward. All right? They need to feel it, because if you've got a lot of shields up, you've got a lot of blockages of energy, they're feeling those blockages. They're not feeling the abundance that it is that you have inside of you. You really want to send it out to them in order for them. It's going to draw them. It's going to draw them closer. Okay, so this is what I feel for you this week, Virgo. I truly hope that this has helped. If this video resonated with you, please click like, please share my videos, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Have a very blessed week. Take care. Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading for July 20th to the 27th. This is your mind, body, and spirit energy reading. We're going to be looking as well into relationships and pulling a card from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone. Please also check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Let's begin. So Taurus, where are you this week energy-wise? Okay. Mind is in the Nine of Cups energy. Your body is in the Three of Pentacles energy. And we have, I love this, for Spirit, we've got the Six of Wands energy. Really interesting because I feel like you're feeling very strong this week. You're really seeing some sort of desires coming to light this week. There's this feeling of success, this feeling of victory that's coming through, some sort of even maybe perhaps cooperation with partners or people around you. This could be related to work. This could even be within yourself, like you feel like your mind and body are cooperating together this week in order to form some sort of feeling of success, some sort of feeling of victory. I am receiving here with this Nine of Cups energy, it's like you're starting to really see your desires come to light, or you're starting to see the path towards what it is that you're manifesting. This might also just be in that mental stage where you're feeling that strength toward creating what it is that you're trying to manifest within this week. There might be this feeling of success that is coming through. You may actually be in the stage where you're starting to really see some of the things that you've planted in the weeks before, or perhaps even months before. You're starting to really see them come to light. When I'm looking at this man with the Nine of Cups energy, it almost like he's relishing in his essence. Like he's enjoying life. I feel like even if you're trying to accomplish something and you're not quite seeing the results come through, it almost feels, what I'm hearing is you might be enjoying that journey towards that success. So you might know that things don't happen overnight, but you're starting to really relish in the journey of, and the excitement of seeing the things develop before you. And again, I do feel there's some sort of cooperation. So in the external sense with the body, which is external, there may be working with a partner of some sort. This could be within a corporation. It could be maybe a business partner. It could be even just within your work atmosphere, or it could even be with a life partner of some sort. So let's take a look and get some clarification in regards to these cards. We're going to clarify, first of all, the Nine of Cups energy. Let's see where you are. I just feel like this really happy energy, like things are starting to really form for you. You're really starting to see the results this week, or at the very least, you're really putting those efforts towards seeing the results this week is what I'm getting. I also am hearing, to some degree, there's a little bit of a surprise coming for you or coming towards you. Like there may have been some sort of disbelief that you were going to see the results of what it is that you were trying to create come through, and it almost feels like there's a sense of satisfaction that's coming through here, because even though you may have had some sort of sense of disbelief, you're now starting to recognize your own true power, your own true sense. It really feels like you're moving toward this element of success, really moving towards that. So let's see what the universe has to say. Take care of your needs. For some of you, all right, this might resonate with him indulging, okay, you know, in it appears, some sort of alcoholic beverage. This could have something to do with substance, because sometimes that Nine of Cups energy can be a little bit overindulgent. If you are feeling, and if this resonates with you, take it as it will, there may be a little bit of overindulgence where you might need to take care of your needs this week. So take care of yourself if there's a matter of overindulgence. Maybe don't overindulge is basically what it is. Okay. So, he's sort of very happy and carefree, but you may want to look at some of your own personal habits, or even the habits around you, and the habits around you from other people. And remember that it's you that needs to take care of yourself rather than the need of others. But also, in order to reach that level of success, we also don't want to overindulge in something, okay, this week. We've got the broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace, which is, I feel, what this guy is doing. He's in a state of peace. And again, this is going to resonate with some of you, but I'm really getting here, he's in this happy, jovial mood. It's like he's got no cares in the world. He is just enjoying the moment. And that's where I feel that you need to be, or that you are at this point in time. We're also getting here the wise one. So grow within your current situation. What I'm getting here is a sense of complacency for some of you. So the other thing I'm feeling is, even though, he's now in this place of satisfaction, he's receiving his dream, or at least he's seeing his wishes starting to come to fruition, I do feel that you also need to continue growing. You don't want to get stuck into that state of staying in one place. You have to continue putting that work towards it. And that's where I'm getting also this Three of Coins energy. There could be more work. There could be something coming through. Now, this could be perhaps there could be somebody around you that's also in a state of complacency, and maybe you might have to sort of push some sort of energy towards them in order to make this collaboration become a success. But I'm really feeling here is you don't want to get stuck in a feeling of complacency. Even though things are starting to come along, they're starting to work out, they're starting to create, they're starting to manifest, you're starting to see the results, or at least you have the, it could be at the very front of you starting to see the results. You don't want to get into a place of complacency is what it is. You still have some growing to do. There's still some work that needs to be done in order to receive that complete success coming through. So let's clarify the Three of Coins. We've got the Spirit of the Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Yeah, like, it's interesting because I do feel that for some of you, you have been working towards somehow increasing your talents. It's interesting because we've got this guy, that's sculpting. There's some sort of art here, which could have, something to do with your job, or, perhaps a hobby or whatever. But I'm feeling creating. Okay, so I'm feeling like trust your talents in creating what it is that you're trying to manifest. This is what I'm getting. Trust your talents. I also feel too is because of, just the current events that have been going on. A lot of people they may have lost their jobs. They may not have as much business in it. I'm really feeling here to trust your own gifts. Okay, I trust your own gifts. There might be some changes within those gifts. I feel that for some of you, you've even been trying to change them. You've been trying to create something new in order, to sustain yourself, or because of the fact that you're just feeling it's a time for growth is what I'm getting. It's time to grow. And for some of you, you're listening to Spirit coming through and, saying, look, you don't need to be stuck in this feeling of complacent. Okay, you don't need to be feeling stuck if this isn't truly what's making you happy, but you enjoy the work. It's time to grow within that situation. Maybe there is another aspect towards what it is that you do that can create more abundance or something happier for you at the same time. We're also getting here the Warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. I feel this is more within yourself than to some degree within external circumstances. I am getting, though, for some of you, because this is coming under external circumstances with the body, what I am receiving is that some of you you may have been pushed. And again, I kept feeling that some sort of partnership, some sort of collaboration happening. If Because I feel that you do need to trust in your own talents. I feel that if you're being pushed towards a direction that isn't resonating with you, it is time to stand strong, be fearless, state your opinion, really stand behind your own personal morals and your own personal ideas is what I'm getting here. That probably wasn't the right word, but you know what I'm getting at. Embrace the energy of peace, but it's also saying take care of your needs. So be fearless and stand strong. So again, if something isn't resonating with you, if somebody comes up with an idea or something that just doesn't, it's just not sitting with you right for some reason, don't back down. You can be fearless, stand strong, have trust and faith within your own personal talents is what I'm getting. This hunter has come through with just about every sign for this week. And I really feel this is a releasing week. Track down your fears and desires. He has come through just about in every reading, and I am just randomly pulling him. So he's really wanting to, I feel like as a collective, it's time for us to release those fears. It's time for us to really embrace our own desires, have trust within our talents this week is what I'm getting for you, Taurus. And again, stand strong, stand fearless towards what it is that you believe in. If you're doing something or something is being presented to you that is lower than what you feel your talents can, or what your talents are, you can stand strong. You can stand strong and you can speak your voice. It's saying grow. So, sometimes we have people that try to keep us in a certain place, or they try to keep us down in a particular level so that we don't surpass them in some way. What I'm getting here is to really take a look at that and stand strong within your own feelings. Now, this can all be internal as well. Please remember that. So there may be that you need to track down your own fears and desires in order to help you grow within this situation, to help you become a stronger person, to help you reach this level of success. Okay? And at the same time, I am also getting here with this taking care of your needs in this Nine of Cups. If you are in some way burying your fears and your desires in some sort of substance, it may be time to lay that aside and really focus on yourself, because sometimes we use a substance as some part of distraction is what I'm getting. Okay, it does say move in a new direction. It's interesting because we have this Six of Wands energy. Now, what I'm getting with this traveler is for some of you, it could go back to recognizing your own talents, okay? Trusting in your talents, trusting, in the changing times. Maybe you're moving towards a new direction, whether this is within career, relationships, whatever it is. But I am feeling that you need to put trust into it. Again, follow those instincts that are coming through is what I'm receiving for you. It may not be that you're completely letting go of a situation. It may be to change the energy of a situation. And again, with that collaboration coming in, this could be a matter of, instead of completely walking away from somebody, the way to reach success is through some sort of collaboration, but to stand strong within your own energy. Okay, we've also got the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. So again, coming back to this, I feel like coming back to this new direction, it may be time to really start looking into yourself, trusting those instincts, really taking time to reflect on what your fears are, what your desires are, what it is that you want going into the future, moving further, moving closer to your own particular dream. And we have the water guardian. Connect with your emotions. So I do feel that through this process, what will happen is it is going to bring a stronger connection to your emotions. Again, I want to keep going back for some reason. I keep going back to this Nine of Cups energy with this taking care of your needs. Okay. And I keep feeling some sort of sense of blocking what it is that you need. I feel some sort of sense of not looking deep into something. It almost feels like you're blocking your fears, blocking your desires. It may be a lack of belief at this point in time, but what I'm getting here is there is a distraction going on, or you might be distracted. And again, it's not going to resonate with everyone. There may be a distraction of some sort of substance that you are not, that is preventing you from really connecting with your emotions. Okay. I do feel, though, it is time when we take that time to reflect in the mirror, when we take that time to really look into ourselves, allow these emotions to come up, allow them to surface in order for you to also release them. Okay. So let's take a look now. That was mind, body, and spirit. Let's take a look into your relationships for this upcoming week, Taurus, and see what is coming through. I feel like this is going to be a strong week for you. I feel like it's going to be a releasing week. I'm also hearing some protective energy coming around you for this week. So I feel that as you're going through this process, I do feel a sense of protection coming around you in some way. I'm not exactly sure what this protection is for or about, but I do feel like a strong, almost energy field around you, which is keeping you from really absorbing a lot of external circumstances that may bring you into a wrong direction, is what I'm getting. I feel like this protection is coming around you in order for you to really focus on your inner self this week. That's what I keep getting. Okay, so let's take a look into relationships for Taurus. Okay. Release. Yeah. A lot of releasing. Remember exactly what we just talked about. There's a lot of releasing that is going on within you this week, is what I'm getting. Love abounds. I love this. I love this. I'm actually hearing, so let's just pull one more and moving on. What I'm hearing right now for many of you Tauruses. Now remember, whether you're single, whether you're there's a person of interest, whether you're in a dedicated relationship of some sort, I feel like this releasing that you're going to be going through this week again, and I do feel a lot of protective energy around you. So it's okay to really dig deep into your emotions. I feel like you're going to be very protected this week as you go through this process. What I'm receiving here is we have this Ace of Cups energy coming through. We have this Ace of Cups coming through. What I'm getting is this releasing process that's moving on is allowing your heart energy to really flow and open and bring in the desired result of what it is that you are seeking. Now, the interesting thing is, if you are in a relationship and you know there has been issues, but at the same time, for some of you, it could resonate that you do want to move on. Okay. There might be something as well holding you back, or you feel like you're being held back in some way. But I'm getting, for the most part, and in regards to that too, I do feel like that releasing will help change the energy of the situation. So even though you might still move on from a situation, you're doing so in a process that is not going to be restricting for the both of you. Like, it just feels like a heart opening type of energy where there'll still be some sort of sense of love towards the situation, but just releasing the physical energy. Okay, you might just say, it might be on the matter of the two of you just kind of deciding, look, this isn't working, we're just moving on. It's a nice gentle way. Okay, but what I'm getting for most Tauruses, it's that releasing energy, that moving on from who we were in the past. I almost feel like those fears and, those fears and desires, and that releasing process coming forward, it feels as though there's a lot of things that you're leaving behind, and you're working, like I said, in some sort of collaboration, which could be within yourself, recognizing that old patterns are just no longer necessary for you. And through that process, that releasing process, leaving them, is going to allow that heart energy to truly open, and for you to actually look at a certain situation with a lot of love. You may be even trying to draw something in, but in order to do that, you have to let go. You have to release. But it's interesting because we also had that scrying card, right? That mirror. Sometimes we have to look into who we are. Take that time to reflect. Take that time to release. Take that time to move on from who we were or who we are. And it doesn't mean that you're releasing, you're becoming a new person. What it is, though, is releasing the old inside of you that is no longer necessary. It's kind of like that overindulgence that I felt like for some of you, you might have been overindulging in something. This could be a person, place, or thing, or it could even be within the ego. But I do feel there is some sort of releasing coming through in order to really start seeing things in like this whole new light, and allowing this love to come through. It's like cleansing out that old energy this week in order to bring in that new beautiful energy of strength and unconditional love is what I'm getting. So let's get some clarifying cards in regards to relationships this week. I feel like it's time to just sit with yourself. This doesn't mean focusing in on all the crappy, garbage, that either you've dealt with in the past or that somebody else has brought towards you, whatever it is. It's not talking about that. It's talking about really digging into who you are as a human. Okay, really digging into that soul energy, really looking, into what fears do you have, regarding the future and regarding relationships, regarding a goal that you're trying to manifest. What is it that you're hanging on to? What is it that needs to be released? So clarifying cards, we've got that Page of Wands, because it feels like, there's some new energy that's coming through here. This could be within a new energy. I feel like this is the start of feeling excited about feeling unconditional love in some sense. It almost like it's like that new energy towards that. It just feels, like you're looking at maybe a possible future relationship, or maybe the relationship with somebody, but feeling a new, like it's like this fire starting to burn inside of you. You're starting to reach towards it. You understand the fact that you do need to do some releasing and moving on, but you're now excited about it. Like, this is an exciting process. And again, going back to that journey card that we had as well, because I do feel there's some sort of journey that needs to happen. Okay. I feel like that trust in your talents, trust that you're moving in a new direction. You're letting go of all of this stuff and moving towards that. It feels exciting for me is what I'm getting. All right. Yeah. 5 of Swords coming through. and the Two of Cups. I love this. Again, I feel like, you know, it's interesting because when this Five of Swords comes through, I feel like the deception is within yourself, okay? There's like a win or lose type of thing. And I feel like in the past, when things didn't quite go your way, there may have been a win or lose type of behavior or attitude within you, okay? Not always, but I'm saying, you know, that there may have been this, instead of really working through the problems, instead of really taking the problems as they are and working through them, and this could be you, this could be somebody else, you may have ended up with partners that were very win or lose, you know, you either do it my way or the highway type of behavior. But I'm feeling that this is being again released this week in order to bring about this new fresh perspective towards the future, this beautiful, beautiful Two of Cups energy with that love of balance. Like we've got the Ace of Cups, we got the Two of Cups. I feel like something, either somebody or something is coming towards you this week, or it could be allowing your feelings moving towards the future is what I'm receiving. I feel like you're looking towards the future with a renewed energy. A renewed energy is what I'm getting. Let's look into moving on. So we've got the Sun coming through. We have that Eight of Wands energy, which is interesting because we also have that Eight of Cups. We now have the Eight of Wands. We also have the Queen of Cups. You know, Taurus, here's where we are. I feel like for some of you, when we release and let go, it almost feels like what you're doing is you're suddenly, things are now moving in a faster pace for you. It feels like even if there's no relationship immediately, but you're now putting that energy into creating. You know what you want, you've released, and you're putting excitement towards it. And, you know, you may not even have a person in mind. You may have somebody in mind, or it could be, again, and within a current relationship. But it's almost like once you grasp the idea of it, once you allow yourself, you're like, oh, I'm going towards this thing. I'm letting go of all of this junk and I am moving forward. I am excited about this. Like you're excited about these feelings of love. You're excited about this new type of relationship, you know, either now or possibly within the future, but at least you're now starting to work towards that. We're also getting that Five of Cups energy. Or Four of Cups energy, sorry. We're getting the Empress and we are getting the Ten of Swords. Interesting, because I do feel a lot of letting go. I feel like it's, you may not be quite ready yet. You might not be quite ready yet. I think that there's a part of you inside of you that is recognizing the fact that there's things that you need to literally let go of, like that release, but it's an ending to some type of behavior, a nourishing towards yourself, allowing yourself to embrace, nurture, grow. Again, that growing card coming through, grow and succeed is what I'm getting. I feel like this is almost this Two of Cups and this Ace of Cups energy could be, it could be in the future. You know, again, that might not resonate with all of you, especially if you're in a current relationship. But I do feel that once you release this energy, like it's not an energy, it's not an energy that needs to be repeated. Okay, this, once you release this energy, you've got to literally just get rid of it. Get rid of it. No going back. No going back to these old behaviors. No going back to whatever it is. You might have to take some time to really nourish yourself first, and that's okay. You might even feel like you're not quite ready for this full effect of this Two of Cups relationship. Like I said, it feels like for some of you it might be a future thing. You might be looking in, I'm not quite ready now, but at least I know the steps that I'm going to be taking in order to accomplish this within the future. I know what I have to release. I know what I have to absolutely get rid of in order to step forward. This is what I'm getting for some of you, for many of you actually, because it feels like this might be some sort of, again, future energy that's coming through. There's a lot of nourishing, a lot of healing. I feel like you're going to be looking at things around you or people around you with a new perspective as well. So what you might have been holding back from before, you might be allowing coming into the near future. Right now, you're sort of in a place where I'm just observing. I'm just going to watch. I'm going to end. I'm going to release. I'm taking that time to reflect, but I'm putting a new energy towards it. I'm putting a nourishing, I'm like planting my roots. I'm growing. I'm allowing this situation or myself to really embrace and experience love moving forward. This is what I'm getting for you. So I feel like this is going to be a very powerful week for you, Taurus. I feel like there's going to be a lot of movement within your current energy. Again, I feel like there might be a dropping of some sort of habits, or it could be a dependency of some sort. And, you know, the dependency could be within your mind. It doesn't need to be an actual physical substance of some sort, but it just feels like this releasing card coming through. And again, I feel like a very strong protection coming around you as you go through this process. All right. I feel a helping energy, protective energy. It feels like it's going to help you and bring to you the visions or the feelings that you may need in order to release them. So if you do find that this week can feel a little bit heavy, remember that that could be your guides, it could be your angels bringing to you the things that it is that you need to release. And remember that if you're feeling that heaviness, allow it to dissipate. Allow it to dissipate. Allow yourself to really look through it. Allow yourself that time to reflect in order to release it, is what I'm getting. And again, in the process, you're going to be protected, is what I keep receiving. So now we're going to get a closing card from the universe. So this is closing for Taurus for July 20th to the 27th. Keeping up, immerse effort and advance. Yeah, this is, you know, here's the thing. I feel like what I'm getting here, Taurus, is I'm getting, first of all, there's no rush on this, okay? As you go through this healing process, sometimes there might be a feeling of feeling anxious, or you feel like you need to release this quickly, or whatever it is. It does take work, okay? You don't need to do a very quick process on this. You don't need to have it resolved overnight. Allow yourself to really work through what it is that you need to work through. But I do feel that you need to keep up with it. Okay, because again, I felt with that Ten of Swords energy coming through, there may be that desire to bring whatever it is back, okay, because it might be a comfortable place. It's not completely releasing the fear. Sometimes we hang on to things because we're fearful of letting them go. We're used to a thought process. We're used to a mindset or an energy, and we don't really want to release it. What I'm getting here is this could be a process that you're going to need to keep up for the next little while, at least until it becomes immersed within you, is what I'm getting. Okay, so I'm feeling here like, when you go through that releasing process, when you go through that self-reflection, really take the time to go deep, because then you are not going to have to be repeating it. All right, and if it does come up again, just do the process over again. You know, this is something that you might have to, like I said, keep up on just for a little while, at least until it's fully released. But it will help you also to advance if you see that advance as well. Okay, so let's get some closing confirmation cards. Trust your instincts. Yeah, I do feel like this is going to be a very instinctual week. A lot of the things that you're going to have to release are going to come up instinctually for you. Okay, and we've got the shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. It's interesting, as you're going through this process, there's going to be that transformation. Remember, we talked about that change, like you might be looking for a different thing or a different, even if it's within your field, you might be looking for some sort of advancement, some sort of change coming in. And, you know, I talked about your gifts earlier as well. And I really do feel that there is some sort of something coming through here with your talents. So this might also be the week in order to release a perspective about yourself, thinking that maybe you don't have any more talents or that you can't advance further, because it's really saying through this transformation process, there is going to be revealing of new gifts, new talents that are going to show up. I feel like some sort of advancement. This could be within the spiritual realm. It could be allowing yourself to open up spiritually in a more dedicated way. It could be unveiling more gifts that you have. But I'm also getting, you know, for those of you, if it's not in a spiritual level, it's allowing yourself to take that step forward. I mean, maybe if you were painting pictures, you know, I'm just as an example, maybe you're now going to be painting entire murals on walls. You know, that's that type of advancement. And I feel like you have to allow those gifts to come through, that transformation. Some sort of talent is coming through that is going to be revealed, or it's going to be advanced throughout this week. And I feel like this is the time to allow it to come through. But again, try not to get distracted by things that you no longer need or that are necessary for you. Put an end to the things that are holding you back this week. And remember to keep up with the work that moves you forward. So I truly hope that this has helped, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. If my videos resonate with you, please click like, please share, and please subscribe. Thank you so much and have a blessed week.